Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for part 3 of this epic trilogy of solo live events 2024. If we haven't met before, my name's Sam Fitton. I'm the inventor of Solo and SOLOstudio Pro, and I am thrilled by the response so far to episode 1 and episode 2 and our feature reveals so far. It's been amazing because the emails, the messages, the excitement, the buzz has been incredible, and I cannot wait to demo all these features live at Blackpool Magic Convention. So if you are going to go there, that's next weekend. I am thrilled to be able to demo all of these features and just show you how insane all of this is, especially when you combine it all together. So unlike the other two where we had to do a bit of admin, I mentioned this in the last live as well, we don't have to do any of that. So we're just going to jump straight into the features. And some of you have been asking, what else could there possibly be? Well, we are very proud to announce that in our next update for SOLOstudio version 3, we will be introducing an incredible feature that we call Solo Sync. Now, Solo Sync is a fantastic addition to this platform. It makes life so much easier. And you're probably familiar already with the import and export tools. We've been using that obviously reliably for the last few months now, and it's great because it means you can save your shows, you can create hard backups, but there's this messing about with copying folders, saving it to a folder on your iPad, and it all gets a little bit clunky, which we knew we could do better. We knew we could make something easier, more intuitive, and ultimately more powerful. And so that is what Solo Sync is. It's a way for you to be able to store all of your shows backed up to our own unique cloud platform. Told you this was massive. Now, the way that you're going to access that is going into the tools section of SOLOstudio PRO version 3. And what you'll find is a new dialog box that allows you to both upload and download shows that are stored in the Solo Sync or in your Solo account cloud. Now, this is a huge step forward for this type of software because it means that at the touch of just a single button, you can upload all of your shows and download all of your shows. It really is phenomenal, and it works so well. We've been blown away by it here in the office. We've been testing this for about a month, and it's just been fantastic. So let's dive into actually what happens, how it actually works. So we have Solo Sync, and like I say, imagine that is our cloud storage. And we have our tablet. Let's say it's our iPad Pro, and it's running a version of SOLOstudio 3. So what's going to happen here is you're going to click the upload button, okay? And it looks a little bit like that. And when you click upload, all of the shows as your app currently exists, with all of the settings, all of the tags, all of the fade effects, all of whatever makes your version of SOLOstudio PRO version 3 yours, gets uploaded to your Solo Sync account, and it gets stored in the cloud. And then on a second device, let's say this is your iPhone, you can then sign in with the same Apple ID, sign into your Solo account, and then click the download button. And in just one tap of tapping that download button, you will begin to download all of your show's data, all of the files, the videos, the audio, the live camera settings, the fade effects, the trims, the tags, everything gets downloaded onto that second device. And now this is pretty incredible because it means that you can create your show on your iPad. You can upload it to our cloud in just a tap. And then you can download it to your second device, like your phone, and have a complete copy of all those shows that you created on the tablet now on your mobile phone with ease. No copying of files, no saving them, no waiting for any of that malarkey. This is Solo Sync. It's quick, it's easy, it works brilliantly. So how does this actually I know what you're probably thinking. Hang on a minute, Sam. What happens if I want to make changes on my phone? Well, good question. Well, all you do is on your phone, you just tap the upload button. And when you tap the upload button, you then start to send any changes from that phone back up to the cloud. So they'll go all the way back into the cloud, okay? Now, when obviously you get back to your tablet, you would simply then click the download button. And when you click that download button, all of that new show data will get downloaded. And the important thing here is we're not sending all the data every time we sync. What we're doing is comparing the shows that are stored inside Solo Sync to what currently exists on your iPad or iPhone, and we're just syncing the changes, the difference between those two things. That will help save on bandwidth, internet, and time ultimately. So you can send show changes both directions between multiple devices. And it's not just limited to 2 devices. If you have 2, 3, 4 iPads, you can sync across all of them in the tap of a single button. It's time for Bill Nye again. And before he sues us, we're going to move on. So how do you physically actually do this? How do you actually set this up? Well, you're familiar with the tool setting. We mentioned it earlier. Now, inside the tools menu, there will be in the top left-hand corner a new Solo account feature. And when you install SOLOstudio version 3 and go to tools, you'll see the option to sign in. Now, when you click that button, you will have a pop-up box which asks for your first name, your surname, and then also your Apple ID email address. Now, once you've filled that in, you will then get these options. You will get the option to sync your Solo account with a little toggle switch there. There's also a toggle switch so that you don't have to use cellular data. And I realize on some mobile devices, you might not want to chew through data, downloading high quality video files, so you can toggle that off to save some bandwidth. And then obviously we have our upload and download buttons, which you're already familiar with, you've already seen them, you already know how it works. You click upload, it uploads, you click download, it downloads, dead simple. And then underneath there, you can see that we have last save to Solo account, and it gives the date and time. So you're able to see what is stored in the cloud and at what time it was uploaded. Now, it's important to mention here that you can only store currently, at the moment, one version of your SOLOstudio PRO app in the cloud. So if you were to make loads of changes on, say, your second device and click upload, then you would download all of those changes to the first device. And if on the first device you decided to delete everything and clicked upload, well, then you would have nothing in the cloud. So there's always security prompts in place to check that you definitely want to upload and replace the content that's in the cloud with new data. And likewise, when you download, there is always a check in place to make sure you're sure that you want to download and overwrite what content currently exists inside the device that you're running SOLOstudio PRO on. So we've thought about how this is going to work logically, and honestly, it's a game changer. So I really hope you're excited about this feature. I know it's kind of not as glamorous as videos, but oh my goodness, does this save you time? Does this save effort? And does it give you a great sense of security? Because it means that all of your shows are stored in the cloud and you don't really have to worry about them. So yeah, there you go. So that is Solo Sync. Whew. We've got another feature. Here it comes. Here it comes. So our next feature, and I've had to bite my tongue on the group a number of times over the last few weeks. If you're not a member of our fantastic Solo community, please come and join us on Facebook, where we share loads of tips and tricks. It's amazing. But probably one of the most requested features since groups were made available inside SOLOstudio PRO has been the master group reset. And yes, I can confirm this will be in SOLOstudio PRO version 3, and it is fantastic. It is exactly what it says on the tin. It's this little icon. Well, it's actually quite big right now, but this little icon, which when you tap it, resets all of the groups inside the current active show. Now, this is absolutely mind-blowing, because what it means is that you can essentially see from the home screen if any of the groups in your show need resetting. You don't need to look through your groups. You don't need to kind of go into each one and reset each one manually anymore. You can see from your home screen. So if any single queue in any group is queued, then that green circle turns to red. And it's that simple. So you know when you see that red reset circle that your groups need resetting. And when you do tap that red circle, it resets all of the groups for you back to their default state, back to the beginning, resetting everything so you're good to go, and it goes back to green. And it's as simple as that. Now, what's really cool here is that it does this at a show level. So if I was in a show and it was all reset and ready to go, then my icon would be green, right? But then as soon as I use just any cue in any group in that show, it turns to red. But then if I was to switch shows and go into a different show where there weren't any groups, or if the groups were already reset, then that icon turns green. So you know that that colour of that icon is specific to the show that you're currently in. So you can flick between your shows easily and see what groups need resetting. But where are we hiding this icon? Where is it going to go? Well, quite simply, we're going to put it right down here, next to the play bar, so you can see in a glance if your shows are good to go. Now, as you can see, we have on the left-hand side there, we've got the icon, which is green, means good to go. And then on the right-hand side, if Solo is connected, you have a green battery icon there as well. So you can glance just at that play bar in SOLOstudio Pro and know groups are reset, Solo's turned on, and battery's charged. We're good to go. And it just gives you that absolute confidence when looking at the home screen that your shows are active and that they're good to go and that you're ready to just do your best, basically. So it's a real nice peace of mind feature, which honestly saves so much time. It is fantastic. Thank you to the numerous people that suggested this. Everyone from Liam Ball, Tim Hannig, John Allen, Kevin Lund, and so many. Aaron Calvert, I think, was probably the first person, actually. Ironically, we were on the stand at Magic Line. He was like, it would be really good if there was a button that you just, so we've been working on it since then, really, to try and get this slick and just perfect. So yeah, this is a fantastic, fantastic feature. Now, obviously, if you were on the iPad screen like this and you were to cue, let's say, one of the cues in that group that's on that show, then, like I say, it would turn red like that. You click that red button in that bottom left-hand corner and it just turns red. It turns back to green. And when it goes green, you know you're good to go. And that's it. So I really hope that you absolutely love that feature as well. I've loved playing with it while we've been demoing it here and been using it over the last few weeks. It really is fab. It's so much better than having to go into each group and manually do that. But there you have it. Those are the two massive new features that we're announcing during this live. And I think we can all safely say that SOLOstudio Pro has become an enormous, enormous application with huge potential. When I think back to what this app was even just a year ago, I mean, we didn't have groups, we didn't have multiple shows, we didn't have advanced track trim. There was the groups, audio cues, video cues, live camera cues, all of these extra things that we've added. SOLOstudio Pro has become an absolute beast. And so naturally, the value of SOLOstudio Pro has changed. And just as I mentioned back in the Facebook group a few weeks ago and a few months ago, the price of SOLOstudio Pro will be changing. We'll be moving to a completely different pricing structure. That will be announced in due course on our Facebook group and on our socials. And of course, will be available on the App Store for you all to see. But that's not the only thing. We're changing things in the store as well on the SOLOstudio, or Solo website, should I say, or the Solo store. So keep your eye out there because there's going to be some brand new prices and changes and offerings all up for grabs. So we will be changing things, but don't worry. If you are already a SOLOstudio Pro user, if you are already an owner of SOLOstudio Pro, if you've already purchased it, then all of the updates in the last 3 lives are included. I repeat, if you have purchased SOLOstudio Pro at any point in the past, you will get these updates included. And the reason why we're doing that is because a year ago when we launched, and even before then on Kickstarter, 6 months before that, you took a punt. You trusted me and you trusted Solo to deliver. And I would like to think that this is me kind of repaying that trust you put in me and in us right back at the beginning. This is me saying thank you for trusting me, thank you for placing your bets on me, and you have just absolutely cashed in because you have got an app that is worth hundreds and hundreds of pounds for very, very little. So thank you again. So I think we can safely say that SOLOstudio Pro is here. But when will it be available to download? Well, you'll be pleased to hear that the new version, SOLOstudio PRO version 3, will be going live on the Apple App Store on the 14th of February. And yes, the irony has not gone past me. Yes, I'm already in love with it. And so we're going to be releasing on Valentine's Day. So I would like to finally just thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And for watching these updates, and for once again trusting me to deliver this, and for your support throughout the last 12 months. It has been an incredible 12 months. The next year has got some incredible things in it as well. Trust me, we're already planning on the next update. So thank you so much once again. Take care, and please leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. Join the Facebook group. Tell us what you think. We can't wait to hear from you. And we'll see you at Blackpool Magic Convention next week.